Alright, let's crank this up a notch and really dig into the whirlwind that is Meghan Markle's latest escapade. It's almost comical if it weren't so predictable. The self-proclaimed wellness entrepreneur has decided to take a step back from her jam business, as ever, which, let's face it, was more of a publicity stunt than a legitimate venture. After all the hype, the perfectly curated Instagram posts, and that rapid sellout that had everyone buzzing, she's waving goodbye to her fruit spread. And why? Because it flopped. Let's break it down. Meghan launched this jam under the veil of being a female founder, a wellness authority, and an artisanal fruit spread expert. Jam is my jam. Really? What a tagline. It's like she took the most mundane thing and tried to turn it into a personal mantra. But now she's stepping back, claiming she's too busy or maybe just too uninspired to create another jar. Honestly, can anyone buy that? In a recent interview, she even said she doesn't know what to put on her resume. Here's a hint, Meg, failure is a solid start. Jack of all trades, master of none is another. At this point, her resume reads like a series of unfortunate events. Now, she's hinting at a pivot to fashion. Yes, fashion. Because what the world really needs is yet another celebrity attaching their name to a line of mediocre clothing. If there's one thing we've learned, it's that celebrity fashion lines often miss the mark. It's like they think a famous name can automatically translate to quality. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Meghan didn't build a brand, she executed a PR stunt with a few mason jars and a carefully curated aesthetic that screamed, "Look at me." And now, she's trying to spin this as a part of some visionary journey. Let's be real here. When you step back from a brand, it's usually because the reality has set in. Your celebrity status alone isn't enough to move products. Her limited edition jars couldn't even sustain interest long enough to keep the store running. And the shop? More like a ghost town. Shady suppliers, no trademarks, and no FDA approval, just a disaster waiting to happen. Now she's on a scavenger hunt looking for new manufacturers, likely because the last ones ghosted her. Why? Because she was probably trying to pay them in exposure and good press, classic Meghan. And let's take a moment to talk about her relationship with Netflix. Remember when they hailed her as a rock star? Fast forward to the jam fiasco, and they wanted nothing to do with it. Instead of supporting her little venture, they told her to go it alone. That's a glaring red flag, folks. It's like they knew this was a sinking ship and didn't want to be associated with it. Then there was that cringeworthy finale of her podcast featuring the founder of Spanx. If you tuned in expecting some enlightening conversation, you were likely disappointed. The only spirit in that room was the $3 wine from Trader Joe's. But sure, Meg, tell us more about your verticals and how you drew inspiration from your homegrown experiences. Because if As Ever is built on the foundation of your love story, then what's next? Relationship counseling and voodoo dolls? The absurdity is off the charts. Now, her foray into fashion is going to be a sight to behold. Watch out, Victoria Beckham. Meghan is coming for you with a sewing kit she bought on Amazon and a Pinterest board overflowing with minimalist outfit ideas. Can you imagine the showdown? Victoria's probably doubled over in laughter, clutching her Birkin bag and wondering how she got roped into this circus. But here's the kicker, there won't be any restocks until 2026. That's right. Meghan is planning a 2-year hiatus from jam to do what, exactly? Manifest more half-baked ideas? Convince Netflix to bankroll another vanity project? We've seen this story before, the podcast, the children's book, the jam. Each one was marketed as her true passion, but the moment it stopped serving her narrative, it was dropped faster than a hot potato. At the end of the day, Meghan Markle's greatest talent isn't in acting, writing, or building a brand. No, it's in reinventing failure as a personal choice. As Ever was never a brand. It was a side quest in the never-ending role-playing game that is Meghan's ego. So, no, you probably won't get your jam, but you will get a masterclass in how not to launch a brand. And honestly, it's more entertaining than anything she's done since her time on Suits. Now, let's talk about the future. What will Meghan's next move be? Will she try to reinvent herself yet again, or will she just keep recycling the same tired narratives? The truth is, as long as Meghan's in the spotlight, we're all going to be watching. And honestly, it's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You can't look away. So, buckle your seatbelts, folks, because the next chapter of Meghan's saga is about to unfold, and you can bet it'll be just as chaotic, confusing, and utterly entertaining as the last. Stay tuned.